T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It's Wednesday. It's live. Welcome to your Manchester.
It's your Manchester.
And welcome to this week's episode of Your Manchester. I'm joined by the gorgeous Shel Eagleton. How the heck are you?
Oh, I'm fabulous. I'm feeling fabulous. I don't know what's different about me this week.
You've got very 80s, my darling. And I suppose what we should do is start the show off by simply saying... La! Everybody. Yes, indeed. Of course, we are referring... Have you watched it?
Oh, have I watched it? I love it. It's a sin.
It's a sin. Let's have a look. Come on. Here we go.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I'll be stinking rich.
I want to learn everything. I just want to be happy.
I mean, how good was last Friday's programme?
Do you know what? It was a joy. My Friday nights will never be the same.
No.
It was just terrific. Genius, as usual, from Russell T Davies.
Well, I've got a little confession to make. I know a lot of people have been trying to wait every Friday to watch it. I got up on Saturday, everybody, and...
No, please don't say you did this.
I watched the whole thing! 5 hours. What else was there to do?
Oh, I know, but I'm trying to prolong it.
No, I had me... Don't prolong it. I had me ironing, and I had It's a Sin on, and I actually left my ironing board on, and my iron on. It wasn't on any clothes, but I was mortified. Mortified. It's so good. I can't give anything away other than to tell you it's absolutely brilliant.
Well,
it's heartbreaking.
Well, it was powerful by the end of that first episode with Henry.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God. And then you know there's more to come. And, yeah. Oh, I loved it. I absolutely think it was just brilliant.
I just can't give anything away about it, though. But, I mean, in all seriousness, it's just, for me, one of the best pieces of television that we've seen for a very, very long time.
And I also think it's a subject that needs to be told and talked about.
Yeah. And what I don't understand is why it's not been touched on as much as that over the last few years. I don't understand it. It seems like Russell T Davies is the only one that hits on these important stories.
Oh, absolutely. And I do think Pose may have had a lot to do with that, because obviously that came from across the waters.
I've not watched that. I've not watched that.
Oh, that's a trick there.
And of course, the good thing about It's a Sin is it was all filmed here in Manchester.
I love that. I love trying to guess where it is.
Yeah. Well, I went the next day after I watched the programme. It was like a homage to It's a Sin for a day. It really was. I walked past the Pink Palace, which is on Peyton Street.
Right.
Right. So that was lovely. And you can all, because you've invested in these characters for 5 hours. I mean, I know it's only 5 hours, but you've invested in them, and it's I want everybody to binge watch it and fully endure and enjoy it.
Is Stephen Fry brilliant in it?
Oh,
and
just
do
a
we
bit.
get enough of him?
No, you don't get enough of him. No.
Because we didn't get enough of Neil Patrick Harris as Henry.
But how brave of Neil Patrick Harris, Dougie Hauser, to do something like that. It's just
incredible.
It's amazing. And in a
I
few...
am now the agent.
Yes, I thought that's who you were
Inspired, did you
channeling.
see?
Yes.
She copied my hair.
La!
La.
So, of course, next week, everybody, we are going to be bringing you our LGBT special, and that is where I'm at. That is going to be a phenomenal show. Check out this. So, of course, that is coming your way next week. That's the 3rd of February here on Your Manchester. A plethora of wonderful guests. I think I might have overbooked. We've got about 8 guests. But we are doing a special next week, and it's jam-packed. Touch me.
I want to feel your body, your heartbeat
Next to mine.
Touch me. Do I have to say at this point that
What?
this hair's not real?
No, because that might start people guessing that mine's not real, and clearly mine's very, very real. We've got a wonderful selection of guests for you tonight. We are talking in just a second to Keegan Hirst, everybody. We're also talking with Emma Kenny, and later on in the show, we're going to be doing a live cooking with Scott Eckersley, everybody.
Oh, nice and naughty kebabs. I know which one I'd want.
Kebabs?
Kebab.
How can you have a healthy kebab?
We'll find out.
All right, we'll find out then, fair enough. In the meantime, our first guest is, of course, Keegan Hirst. Now, he has got one amazing story. Let's check out the story so far.
I suppose, like I say, looking back, I've been lying to myself for years.
The day the story came out, we were playing Dewsbury in a local derby. Obviously, I was a bit nervous. I didn't know what the fans' reaction would be. I didn't know what the Batley players' reaction would be, what the Dewsbury players' reaction would be. I led the lads out, and it was a really good reception.
You know, I grew up on a council estate, and I didn't know any gay people growing up. I'm not proud of being gay. I'm proud that I'm all right with being gay.
I started having feelings, I suppose, towards guys when I was in my early teens. I didn't really know what was going on.
I suppose the life-changing moment was when I told my wife, because she was the first person I told. I married Sarah when I was 23, and we had 2 beautiful kids. They mean the world to me. But after a long time, I knew I had to be honest with myself. I went round to her house, I was terrified. We sat down, we were just talking about nothing really. And I didn't even tell her, I didn't say to her, look, I'm gay. It was, I kind of dressed it up as a sort of fancy lads. And, I just thought I'd tell you.
I suppose I've had, 27 years to get my head around it. So obviously I'm okay with it, but then when you tell someone who's not expecting it, you're kind of dumping it on their feet, and I suppose they have to kind of come out with you.
I felt guilty about everything, about wasting her time. She'd have to try and get her head around it and be strong for kids as well, because obviously kids are upset because the dad's gay, kids are upset because the dad's gone. I suppose my life had changed, and I felt guilty because I changed someone's life who didn't ask for it changing.
I hope that if there's anyone who's seen my story, then, whatever circumstances they're in, whether they play sport, whether it be rugby or football or whatever, or just in the private life, if they feel like, they can't come out or they're scared of doing it, then I think everyone feels scared before it happens, but it's a lot easier and life's a lot better after you've done it.
See, Keegan Hirst is joining us right here, right now. How are you, Keegan?
I'm good, guys. I'm a lot older than I was in that footage, but I'm all right. And just to tie in with what you guys were saying before, my hair's not real either.
No, is it now?
Oh, I love your ready, Keegan.
I thought we'd play that VT because as I said, well, I won't say what I just said to Michelle, but we've put that VT at the beginning for one very, very important reason. I'm not interested. So, we thought we'd get that out of the way and focus on you. Now, rugby. Tell me all about your rugby career.
Well, it's done now. But yeah, I played professional for 15 years, retired late last year, played over 320 games, played at the highest level, came out in 2015, so, you know, played over half my career as an out game man. So yeah, it was a good career. I'm very grateful for you know what it's helped me achieve.
But now you're keeping that fitness, aren't you? And really trying to promote like the healthy mind, body and soul, aren't you? Because you've seen what it's done for you.
Yeah, definitely. I always struggled with my weight, even as a professional athlete. And I always thought there was a lot of confusing information out there. When I got down to, you know, started learning about it, I thought it's not as complicated as it's made out to be. So I wanted to cut through all that, and as a gay man, as someone who's been a part of a rugby community, I know how important having that community is. So for me to be able to create our own community that we've got at PTIQ, at my coaching program, you know, we're able to help guys change their life, change the body, the mindset, the confidence, and cut through all the crap that's out there, because so many people waste so much money and so much time trying really hard and not getting anywhere. So I wanted to make that a bit easier for people and give them an environment where they could enjoy doing it.
And how do you go about doing that then? So looking at me, obviously in my natural, beautiful, thin physique, shut it. How do you go about taking somebody that's predominantly not interested in fitness and generating their mind to be interested in getting a better body?
Yeah, well, you've just touched on it there, and the first thing we do is sort that mindset out. It's not about doing a million burpees every day. That's not what it's about. A lot of the time, it's just making little tweaks, little changes, you know, getting into that mindset around sorting your sleep out. That's two of my biggest tips that I give to people who wanted to get in shape would be to drink more water and get more sleep. Nothing to do with food, nothing to do with exercise. People think they've got to crash diet and they've got to jump around the living room like a tit. And you don't have to do that. It gets overcomplicated because people make money off your lack of knowledge, off your naivety. So, you know, just making a few really simple tweaks to a little, you know, sorting out a bit of food, sorting out your sleep, stress, digestion, and doing a little bit of activity. Sometimes I've had clients who've had incredible results just by walking. So it's not all about you have to be into fitness, you have to be into sport. You know, a lot of people are terrified of the gym, which is obviously closed now, but, you know, giving people the confidence and the knowledge so that they can go and, you know, change their life, change the body and take control is really empowering. I find it really fulfilling to be able to help.
And are you finding that more people are wanting to come to you now for advice and this because of lockdown? People are realising they need something. They need to kind of have that outlet to go to.
Yeah, I think, you know, we've had a lot of people join the program, partly not just because they want to get in shape and they want to be ready to enjoy the world when it does open back up, and they've spent the last year really struggling, doing it on their own, in isolation. You know, we have a really strong community. You know, we do lots of stuff where we're getting together, virtually meeting other people, you know, and there's that real sense of togetherness. So one of the biggest things I've found talking to people is that the reason that they struggle is because they're on their own and they feel like they're isolated and they're stuck. And, you know, we're talking about physical health, but we've also got to take into consideration mental health as well. That plays a massive part.
And I suppose what I really want to ask is, when we get back to normality, for many of us, cramming in enough sleep. First of all, how many hours is now stated as enough sleep?
You need to be getting at least 7 quality hours of sleep.
You see, when I'm working in my other job, it's almost impossible to get 4 hours sleep. So why is sleep so important?
sleep's when the magic happens. So that's when all your hormones are rebalanced. It's when, you know, all the fat comes off, so something people have a real big misconception about when the training is that you get stronger and you build muscle in the gym. You don't. You get stronger away from the gym. The gym is just what makes it happen. So something I always say to my guys is train hard, recover harder, and sleep's a big part of that.
Lovely. You do exercise a lot, don't you?
Yeah,
and then
I'm
she
the one
sits next to Jabba the Hutt. It's
I'm
fabulous.
the one that jumps up and down like a tit, as Keegan so rightly put it earlier on. But I have to say, what you said about the water is spot on.
I've been
if you
drinking a lot more recently.
drink, you know, 2 to 3 pints of water, you might be on the toilet every 5 minutes, but
the thing
it
is,
makes you feel good.
Yeah, and if you're drinking loads of water and you're going to the toilet a lot, you're going to be getting your steps in as well. So it's a double win, right?
Win-win situation.
Yeah, and when you're wearing outfits like me, you're working your muscles, getting all this off to go for a wee, so it works out well. Just before you go, Keegan, how has life been for you since coming out in 2015?
It's been pretty gay. Yeah, pretty gay. Really good. I'm really lucky. I had an amazing team. I had amazing support from fans, from my friends, from my kids. My partner's amazing. So it's had its ups and downs, but by and large, it's been something that's been really good for me. It helped me with my career. It's helped me feel comfortable in my own skin, and I think that's what we all want, right?
It is indeed. You are one of them inspirational people. Well done for finding you and being you. And it's Keegan Hirst, everybody. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you join us. Oh.
What a lovely guy.
A really, really nice guy.
Rugby player.
And been on First Dates, which is now moved to Manchester.
Yeah, well, we won't mention his first dates because of... Anyway... I've got a frog in my throat.
There's a story there.
There is. I've got a frog in my throat, but it's better than a toad in your hole. See? I did it. I went there. Your hair looks fantastic. Hair looks fantastic. It really does. We're moving on now, everybody. I do believe. I don't know.
It's only because you styled it.
It's what?
It's only because you styled it.
I shook it. I look dead small today. I don't like it. I think I've shrunk.
You look small.
I'm on the first day of...
Said Belinda never.
I'm on the first day of not properly smoking today. I'm going to try and make that my goal for this year.
Was that not your goal last year?
Yep. Fair enough, she's outing me again. Fair enough. Now, one lady who might be able to help me reach my mental health goals is a lady called Emma Kenny, and she's joining us right now. Good evening, Emma. How are you?
I'm very good. I've been listening to you and enjoying it.
She turns up and she's got better lighting, better camera and everything, and you're sat there with the bouffant on.
It's got nothing to do with me and everything to do with my husband. I'd be with an iPhone if it was my thing.
Oh, lovely. What does he do?
Well, he does a bit of TV and camera and editing and all the clever stuff.
Right.
I've just got the gob.
I imagined you waking up this morning and setting all this up.
No.
Not the
I'd
case.
Just be lost
Not the case.
and crying. That would be happening if that was the case.
Well, you need to help us out, Emma, especially this one.
Yes,
so,
please.
Belinda.
Yes. You obviously focus a lot on helping people's mental health. Let's perhaps start with how people should be, now we're a year into this practically, how people should be adjusting their mindset now that it's been a prolonged period.
I mean, I think everybody should just be accepting that it's been really hard on the whole. I think some people maybe have managed more easily, probably because of finances and location. But for the majority of us, the vast majority of us, it's been really tough. So I think, first of all, don't think that you are the problem if you're struggling mentally. A lot of people think that they somehow should have these resources that mean not seeing their family and friends, or that not having a job, money, should mean that they should somehow cope. It's not how you feel. So know that you didn't cause it, you didn't create this, and you don't need to own it. Yeah, there are things you need to do to make sure that you get some strategies that make it a little bit more easier to bear, but it's tough. So don't do what a lot of us are doing and saying there's something wrong and broken with me. There isn't. You're just reacting to a completely inhumane set of circumstances.
Yeah, well, I've spoke to a lot of my friends because at first I was thinking, why does this lockdown 3 feel so bad? But it does, and everyone seems to agree with me, and it's like, it's no different. I think we're under the same restrictions, but it just feels...
Well, I mean, it feels endless,
It does.
Yeah. That's one of the things, yeah.
And as a mum of 2, you know, it is very difficult every day trying to do all that juggling. I was going to ask you, you know, from a personal and a friend's point of view of all my mums, it's like, it's really hard not to reach for that glass of wine at the end of the night and use that, you know, and you don't want to, but how do we move away from that?
I think most people have hit a wall this time. Like I said, it does feel like it's a little bit unbearable compared to the other times because it's just this repetition. So first off, a lot of us are doing that whole thing about getting a glass of wine to punctuate the end of our day because it feels endless. You're like, I knew I would never be a good teacher. I was very aware of that. That's why I didn't become one. Teachers are incredible professionals. That's why we're struggling with home education. It's not for us, it's for teachers. So I think, first of all, drop your guilt. You know, actually just getting through at the moment is important. Secondly, you know, I'm doing a bit of what you were saying before recording. You're talking about giving up smoking. I'm giving up like alcohol. I'm giving up sugar. I'm kind of detoxing. I'm doing it because I know that at the moment I need my resources. So I think if there are some healthy habits, you can chip in. So if you're going to drink every night, kind of think about how that functionally makes you rely on just relaxing that way. That's going to affect your sleep. It's going to make you have a really poor quality of experience in that rest way. So then maybe just stay at the weekends and then don't try to like go, well, I'll save all my bottles for the weekend and I'll drink them all on a Saturday. Just try to be resistant to that. Also, make sure that you're saying it's hard. I just think we say it all the time. Oh, let's talk about mental health. We all talk about, no, we don't. We don't. So often I hear people telling me that they're struggling, but they're not actually telling the people that they love, look, this is tough, I'm in pain. And when you start that process, you invite people to share it with you, and also they get an opportunity to also share their journey. We do a lot in the UK. We do so much about talking about how we manage and talk with mental health. We don't. We do a lot of talking about it and not a lot of managing it. And I think we have to do more of that. And I loved listening to your previous guest. I just thought everything he said was absolutely perfect. And if there are tips that you could take, I'd take it from him. Health and fitness isn't that difficult. It's about repairing, recuperating, drinking lots of water, staying away from processed foods, reaching out for help and reminding yourself you're worthy, whether you're employed earning 500 grand a year or whether you're just making ends meet and you're doing your best. Just know that you are good enough.
So perhaps talking to yourself then and having a word with yourself when you are feeling perhaps a little bit down. What would you say to yourself? What should you be saying to yourself?
Right now, it would probably be something like, why didn't you emigrate to Costa Rica 5 years ago, Emma? But apart from that, I would definitely have to say to myself every single day, like, what can I micromanage? What actual power do I have? So I am one of those normal human beings that when there's an anxious situation, you know, you feel a bit reactionary anxiety. Whereas now I'm just saying to myself, oh, it's okay to feel a bit anxious. So what can I do to reduce the stimulants in my life? Like cut the coffee out because I like have 15 a day. Or tell my husband, I'm really not enjoying this. Or tell my children, I'm really sorry. I actually can't answer your physics homework because I'm useless at physics. Own it. Just try not to think that you have to be a perfect human. That's one of the things I'm doing. I make mistakes constantly. I fall on my face publicly constantly, and I think that what that does is it helps me to really address the fact that what makes me who I am is the fact that I love humans and their fallible beauty that makes us all distinct. So just try to do what I do, accept yourself fully, even when other people don't. Like you were seeing in the past, you know, the person that you were talking about, Keegan, what a story, you know, when he accepted his own sexuality. Like, be who you are, be proud of who you are, no matter who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Emma Kenny, thank you so much for coming on today. I
A
always
pleasure.
feel like I've had a good... I was going to say a good session then, but that's not the right word. I know what I mean. I know what I mean. I always feel a bit more cured when I've had a converse with you. That's what I was trying to say. So thank you very much, Emma Kenny, for today. Thank you.
Let's chat.
How lovely.
Yeah, it just makes you feel a bit more normal, like we're all going through this together.
I think that's what we all tend to forget when we're in our downest moments, though. because we feel it's happening to us, we feel attacked, and it's not really just happening to us, it's happening to everybody.
Well, what I was going to say to her is I feel a lot of guilt for feeling low sometimes because I'm continuously comparing myself to people out there who have lost people, who have lost jobs, and thinking I'm so much more lucky than the people. So why am I letting myself feel down? And then you beat yourself up even more because you feel like you're being selfish.
It's a cycle.
And you're not allowed. But you know, when you talk to people, we're all feeling so many different things.
But at the same time, we're all feeling the same things.
Yeah, and it's up and down. Constantly up and down.
In hourly, almost sometimes, isn't it?
No, it is. But no, that was great to hear from Emma and some good points from both her and Keegan.
Indeed. Now, what are you watching currently on Unbox?
Oh, you know what I'm watching.
What you watching?
Well, I'm watching It's a Sin of, and my guilty pleasure. Married at First Sight, Australia.
Oh, I don't know it.
Oh my God, it's brilliant.
I don't know it.
Oh, it's just like desperate housewives, Cheshire Housewives. It's like First Dates. It's like Love Island, all rolled into one. And it's set in Australia, and it's sunny, and they're beautiful people.
It's not fair and it's not right, Flower. It's not fair and it's not... I've become addicted to a channel that you might not know called Hey You. Hey You. Now on that there channel there is a program called $1 Million Listing New York, and I have fallen slightly in love with one of the real estate brokers on there called Ryan Serhant, and he's everything. Proper suit, proper tie.
What channel is Hey You? I'm sorry, I'm still taken with Hey You. I don't bother about
Well, it's Prime, but from Prime, once you've watched 2 seasons, you have to subscribe to Hey You. But if you can do it very sneakily, viewers. You can indeed. You can subscribe to the free trial.
I don't know. Is he the only one who watches this?
No. It's been our go-to for the past 2 months. So you can subscribe, but by the time the free trial's finished, you've watched it all anyway.
You tried that, though. You tried that with Apple TV, didn't you?
I didn't get... I've not got on with Apple TV.
That programme with Jennifer Aniston.
That was it.
The morning show.
The morning show. Yeah, that was interesting. One lady who knows obviously far too...
You missed the last episode, didn't you? You did.
It's the way to do it, you know.
Second series coming out of that.
Oh, do I have to subscribe?
Jennifer started filming already today.
Well, we might be all right, you know, because if you're with O2, you can get the Disney Channel for free for 6 months, so I'm not paying any more anyway, so it's fine.
There are other mobile providers out there.
There are other what?
Mobile providers out there.
Just not as good as O2. Now, listen, everybody, make sure you are watching right now as Hayley tells us all about what's on the box.
Hi, I'm Hayley and welcome to this week's On The Box. Now, the first thing I'm going to mention is something you probably will expect me to, and it is It's a Sin on Channel 4. You can watch it every Friday night if you'd like to, or you can watch it on all 4, all the episodes back to back and binge it, which is what I'm about to do after I've filmed this for you all.
Do you think I should have known?
I've got some news for you.
Now let's march! I'm gonna live.
The second thing I'm going to mention is the Pembrokeshire Murders. That is a drama based around the real murders and the capture of John Cooper, and it is on the ITV Hub, and there are 3 episodes for that.
John William Cooper. Gossip has put Cooper in the frame for 101 offences. If he did do these murders, he is a serial killer.
Cooper's been granted parole. Welcome home, love.
The next thing is on ITV Hub again, and it is Finding Alice. I've watched the first episode so far, which I really enjoyed. I haven't seen the rest yet. I'm going to binge them all together as well. Unsure whether I agree with the reviews that I've read so far, but I'll let you know, because so far the first episode really got me intrigued and interested. It stars Keely Hawes, Joanna Lumley and Nigel Havers as well, and you can watch all those episodes on ITV Hub now. The next thing I'm going to mention is something that has caught my eye on Netflix, and it is called The Winx Saga.
Magic lives in the very fabric of nature.
Never thought I'd meet one of us out here in the wild.
Wow.
It's about a group of teenagers with enchanting magical powers, and they are at a magical boarding school.
Your first year is all about the element you were born with.
This is something you'll learn your first day in class. Fairy magic.
Holy shit.
Is linked to emotion. Love, hatred, fear. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the magic.
So that's my recommendations. It's short and sweet from this week. You stay well. Remember, we will get through it. Stronger together. Bye.
Ah, there she is.
Oh, it's nice to see our Hales.
It is nice to see. I can't wait to get everybody back together. This thing is doing my head in. But at least we're... Don't turn your head that way. Look at how big your hair looks. It's massive. It's bigger than mine.
Oh, do you know what? If only we could go out after this.
I know. I might crack on my vodka tonight, you know.
Can I take this home?
You can take it home, yeah.
Might get lucky tonight with the husband. I might.
You might get lucky because you're wearing that, and if I took this home, I wouldn't even see the husband. I tell you.
He's bald. He might want to put this on.
He'd look like. Do you remember Dollar?
Oh my god.
That's who he'd look like. He'd look like husband.
I'll send you a pic later.
Oh, I'll tell you. Right. Pretend we've had a drink.
Right.
Now, the one thing I go for after a drink, this really just gets me in trouble with Emma Kenny and Keegan Hirst, is I go for a kebab. And one person that wants to tell us all about his options for a kebab is joining us back again, backed by popular demand, I might just say as well. This is our Scott Eckersley. Hello, love.
How are we doing? You alright?
Are you alright?
He's in the cooking. He's in the kitchen, ready for cooking.
He's in the kitchen, ready for cooking, good looking. Right then, well, I tell you what, we'll leave it with you and see what you come up with.
Well, what we've got is, as you just said then, it's kebabs. Everybody loves a good kebab, bit of soul food for you, and obviously we're all missing going out on nights out at the moment, so I think quite a lot of this is going to be the fact that we miss having some of the little naughty bits that we have, but we're all at home and we all want to feel a little bit better about ourselves. So what's a nicer way of doing this? And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a naughty version and a nice version of the chicken kebab. So I'm going to start off with the chicken that we've been doing. So I've marinated this and I've gone for a Greek yogurt, which is cocoa Greek yogurt. So this is a little bit healthier. It's made out of coconut. It's got added calcium, vitamins B2, B12. So these are really good vitamins that'll help boost you, make you feel a little bit better about yourself. Into that, we've got some lemon. So I've grated the zest of this lemon, and then I've also cut this in half and then squeeze that in there. Again, lemon, really good for the digestion. You want it, when you're having a healthy kebab, you don't want to feel the starch afterwards. So this kind of helps it go down a little bit there. Helps.
Why is it better to use the zest of the lemon and not the lemon juice?
Well, the zest of the lemon just gives you all the flavour of the lemon without kind of the prolonged acidity. Because the problem with the lemon juice is that when you put that in there, what's going to start happening is too much of it will start reacting with the cream, and then you'll start to turn your cream a little bit. So it's better just to get the nice zest of the lemon that will bring the freshness. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go for the naughty version. So I'm going to actually cut some chorizo in this.
Oh, I love sausage.
Oh,
I'm loving this because I've got all of this at home,
Have you got chorizo?
Yeah, got chorizo in my fridge right now. I've got the Greek yogurt. I live on Greek yogurt.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I've got a full
I've not had the
tub,
coconut
actually.
one though.
Ooh, I think I'll try
I'm tempted
that.
by that one, Scott.
Pardon, which one's this?
I'm tempted by the coconut Greek yogurt.
Oh, you know what? It's really good. I know I shouldn't really be kind of promoting one particular brand, but this coconut one is absolutely fantastic. There are obviously other brands available.
So you're putting the chorizo in then?
Yes. So what I've done is I've put the chorizo on the skewer, and then I'm going to start putting layering that on with my chicken. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build it up. And then
sausage chicken. It's like a night out on Canal Street. It really is.
I can always rely on you, can't I, to leave the town?
Well, which do you prefer? Do you prefer thigh or breast?
Definitely not breast. Them days are gone, Flower.
So, I'm surprised you've not put any spices in, Scott.
Well, the thing is, what you'll get with the chorizo is, because this is made from spicy paprika anyway, and it's cured, when this starts to go on the grill, all those cured spices will come straight out and they'll drip all the way down it, and they'll actually coat it and marinate it in olive oil.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, chorizo makes it a little bit naughtier than the other one. Now, other options to this that I would say is the nice version. I've gone with tomato. So nice bits of cherry tomato. Just add some fantastic flavours. And again, when they start to cook down, all the juices from the tomato runs down, and that kind of coats it with the chicken as well.
It's making my mouth water.
It's making.
And how would you serve that? I mean, I know that's a kebab, but are you going to put it in a naughty naan?
So what we're going to do with this is, I'm going to give you a couple of options now with the different breads that you've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over to the oven. I've done a blue pizza, and here's ones that I made earlier. So we've got the tomato ones there, as you can see.
Nice. Beautiful.
Absolutely fantastic. And then we've got the chorizo one there.
Chorizo.
And I've got me naughty plate and my nice plate, so we've got those there. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the nice version. So we've got a wholemeal pitta that we're going to go in with.
Mm-hmm.
And then your wholemeal pitta, into that, what we're going to do is we're going to start putting some salad items.
We've got a bit of feta there.
The salad items that I've got here, I've got some watercress, which is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, watercress is a superfood, so this has got absolutely fantastic antioxidants, which are brilliant for making your body feel fantastic. Layering in some spring onion in there.
Oh, I love spring onion.
Yeah, one of my favourites. Some yellow peppers there, and then we've got some tomato on top of that. We've filled that with an absolutely wonderful salad. And what we're going to do now,
it's just teasing us now.
I know, teasing away.
Gosh.
So there we go.
Do you know where I used to love? I don't think it exists anymore.
Fanny Craddock's.
No, Abdul's.
Where?
Do you remember Abdul's? There used to be about 3 of them around the city centre. And when I was of the age where we used to go disco dancing.
Last year.
And had a few shandies.
Yeah.
I'd come out the club and I'd always head to Abdul's and have a kebab. And oh my God, it came in a naan. And then like, do you want sauce? I'd have everything.
So my go-to when I lived in Blackpool was a place called Godfather's, and they used to do what they called a Belinda special.
No way.
Right. And it was every form of kebab meat in a bap.
Was it ginger?
In a barm cake. It looked ginger because it had that gorgeous chorizo on it.
Oh, talking about the chorizo. Show us the other kebab. How's the naughty one looking?
So we're going in naughty here now, and what I've got here is, there you go, you talked about it.
It's the naan, it's made a return.
Yeah, there you go. And what I'm gonna do for this is I'm gonna go. So we've got the Greek version usually that we all know as gyros or gyros or gyros as they're actually called over there, and they contain wonderful chips. Bang our chips into this particular one, and then.
And are they just normal chips?
Yeah, there's nothing special about those. What I've done is I've just gone for the easy method on this one, just to make it easier for everybody else at home. You can all do it. Just go down, get yourself some frozen ones, and stick it in.
If my mother's watching this, you can know now that tomorrow she'll be in Asda looking for a naan. I tell you, she'll be there.
I hope she didn't pick up mine now. She'll wonder where she is.
What's this you're putting on now then?
Is I'm going to do a cheese sauce as well to go.
Cheesy chips, cheesy chips.
Oh,
Exactly. I've already made a bechamel, which is
cheesy chips and gravy.
Cheesy chips and gravy.
And flour. You put your butter and your flour together, and then this creates a little bit of a white sauce when you add milk to it. And then to this, what we're going to do is we're going to tip in our cheese. And then we're going to mix that around a little bit, and then that's going to create this absolutely wonderful cheesy sauce.
Do you know he's doing that now? Scott, you're doing that. And
He's going to eat all that.
I do that regularly. I feel like a proper cook because I now know how to do these sauces.
But I'm feeling totally jealous because I know that once we finish this, Scott, you're going to be eating all that.
Well, this is it. Behind the scenes, I've actually got my partner here, and she's waiting there. She's absolutely chomping at the bit, waiting for this particular one to come because she's going to know she wants to give me the nice. So this is
Is she lowering you out? I've got a nice wig on tonight.
You've got a what?
I've got a nice wig on tonight.
I've got one on every night. Does that mean I'm getting more?
But give me one of those wigs, and then we'll see.
Yeah, I'll send you one, Flower.
There we go. And then we're going to put our chorizo onto that now.
Oh.
There we go.
I did wrong marrying an artist. I wanted to marry somebody like a hairdresser or a cook.
Yeah.
Just to finish now with this, I've got some of that cocoa Greek that we said about, and what I've done into this is I've put garlic, so we've got a garlic sauce to go on. So I'm putting that one on our healthy one, and then just to kind of make it extra dirty, we're going for sweet chili sauce.
Do you know, I've just had an idea, Scott, and I'm just wondering if it's possible.
Go on.
You see the healthy one?
Yeah.
Turn that upside down and put it on the unhealthy one and call it a sandwich. There you go! I've just created new food. You'll have your own franchises if you do that, Flower, I tell you.
Oh my gosh, that's epic.
We've got lovely unhealthy.
That's the one I'd go for.
And this wonderful.
And that's the one you'd end up with because you'd feel guilt-ridden that you'd even thought about anything that's got more than 2 calories.
Yeah. But if I had a few glasses of wine, I know which one to go for.
Don't tell me about it. This is going to be perfect with a beer in a second.
Oh, please come back, Scott.
Yeah,
Please.
come back.
Let's do a little bit more of this, shall we?
Excellent. Bring us more and more food. Thank you so much for that, Scott. You and your partner, go and enjoy it.
We're not jealous.
We're not jealous at all. We're sat here with cups
That
of
haven't even got
water.
anything in them. Every week.
Every week. It's just not fair. We can see him still, everybody, and he's got a glass of wine now. Go on, bring you back in, shock him. There we are. Look at that. Yay! You got caught out, Scott. There you go. All right then. We are. Yeah. We are set for another week. Oh,
I've got to go back to normality.
We haven't. We're going to do another 4 shows here
Day.
tonight. That's what we should have done, shouldn't we? We should have pre-recorded 4 shows and got absolutely tiddlywinked, shouldn't we? Right?
God, imagine. I mean, the show's like this already. Imagine what it's like if we'd had a few drinks.
Somebody just switched the lights on in one of them rooms over there. I think that's very rude. Right, okay, what's the weather going to be this... You looked. What's the weather going to be this week, please, Paul?
Now, I have to tell you, ladies and gents, this week we'll be experiencing some wet patches and some serious wind issues. Oof, brace yourselves. Yes, it's going to be a wet one, so let's have a look at this week's weather outlook. Here are my weather maps. Take a look at this. Thursday is looking like rain with the temperatures of 10. Friday is looking like rain with the temperatures of 8. Saturday is still raining with the temperatures of 8, but come Sunday there will be a glimmer of sun with rain with the temperatures of 6, so you'll like that, Shel. And be careful of those strong winds because you don't want that strong gale blowing at your back. Oh, I tell you. Alright, now it's time to hand over back to this fabulous pair who I love. It's the wonderful Belinda Scandal and the amazing Michelle Eagleton for this week's episode of Your Manchester.
Hey!
Did you just say I'm going to like it sunny and moist?
He was referring to the temperature. He thought you'd like it warm, sunny and moist. Read into it. What you want, viewers? What you want?
I love Paul. He had a nice scarf on this week.
I think I'm glad you're not there. I'll just spat at you then. Next week's show is another sensational one. It's our LGBT History Month one, and we are going to be bringing you Tony D. Cooper, Carlston Behan. We've also got Owain off the weather. Owain off the weather.
Yes. You've got Nathaniel
off It's a Sin, and also we have got, oh my God, if I miss anybody out, Daniel Brockbank. And
have you got Carl?
We've got Carl. Well done. Somebody's listening to the earpiece today, aren't they?
But you haven't got me.
I know, but we are going to be joined by Northern Ireland's favourite son, that is Brandon McCaffrey. He's going to be sat there, and just so you all don't ask, his hair is real. Now, it's have you had fun?
Oh, I've had fun.
Yeah.
And my hair's had fun.
Back with us in a couple of weeks, aren't you, my love?
Yeah, I've got to get out.
She's not doing it because she wants to be here. She's doing it because she wants to get out the house.
I want to put makeup on. I want to get dressed. I go home and I've got my PJs on.
And you'll have to send us a picture. I want the viewers to see what you look like with the no eyelashes, the no face.
Wigless.
I'll do it if you do it.
You do it.
Not going to happen. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching this week. It's been a fantastic show. LGBT History Month next week, and then the week after that, we bring you Chinese New Year, everybody. I can believe. Where is the year going?
Absolutely crazy. Do you know what year it is?
Year of the Ox? No, is it?
I was asking you.
I was hoping that the director would chirp in.
You will know by that episode.
We will indeed. So that's it for episode 178, everybody. Yes.
Nearly told you.
Do you know it's nearly been a year since we were meant to have our live sold-out show at Hope Mill Theatre?
I know, it's quite sad. It will happen.
It will happen because nobody asked for their money back, did they? So that was good.
We've got to do it now.
Just going to do it. Right, that's us time up, everybody. Take care of yourselves and each other. From myself and this gorgeous lady, Miss Michelle Eagleton. Thanks very much for watching this week's episode of Your Manchester.